But stand up because you have the biblical right and responsibility, and you have the constitutional right and responsibility to do so. What does freedom require? The end result of accepting biblical truth is freedom. You shall know the truth, and the truth is what makes you free. Amen? You'll know the truth will make you free. So that's the end result of accepting biblical truth. Freedom is result, but also is the goal. We all want freedom. We all desire freedom. Mankind likes and desires and loves freedom. And so the Declaration of Independence recognizes this right, and the Constitution guarantees it when it says our right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And the founders recognize that as not a right that comes from government, it comes from God. Those rights, they said, come from God, come from our Creator. They name him the Creator, capital C, in the documents. All men were created equally and endowed by their Creator, it says. So, for example, again, the Second Amendment. Protection of innocent lives, which is why you and I should be vocally active regarding abortion. We need to defend those who can't defend themselves. Self-defense. Do you know an act of self-defense is not necessarily defending your own person? Now, please, before any... I need to, especially those who may watch a video and think I'm advocating something I'm not advocating. I'm not advocating going out and shooting abortion. Certainly not. That is certainly not the way. Two wrongs don't make a right. I don't advocate, as Christians have been accused of bombing abortion clinics. Christians don't bomb abortion clinics. That's not the way we operate. But we do exercise our biblical and constitutional right. And we stand up and we speak against it. And we protest it and we pray against it. All these things are well within our rights. And so therefore, we have the right. Now, when it comes to self-defense, it's not necessarily your own person, but we're defending the rights of these babies to live. But also, self-defense is a case where, let's say, for example, God forbid it ever happened, but say, for example, a shooter came in. Those of us who are armed, who have a permit to carry, and we're armed, responsibility lies upon us, even though the shooter may not be aiming at our person. Responsibility lies on us to stop him from shooting anybody. To stop him from taking anyone else's life in here, because most people in church, most of them are probably not armed. And so our responsibility, that falls in the category of self-defense. Because you're defending the life of another, because that person probably, if he kills a person next to you, he's probably going to turn and try to kill you too anyway. And so self-defense falls in that category, not just defending just your own personal self, you know, just taking care of me and my four no more. You know, it's taking care of everybody who's in the range of that particular situation. We have responsibility to defend innocent life, regardless of who it is. And again, that's what the Second Amendment provides for. And the innocent lives of citizens, their property, that's the inherent with the immigration reform debate. Self-defense is inherent in that. Do you know that? Pastor Mike, you think we ought to close our borders? Absolutely. Absolutely. We shouldn't allow people to come to the United States. Yeah, we should allow them to come legally. They should be allowed to come legally. If they're here illegally, they're living illegally. And they should be able to come if they do everything that needs to be done legally to do it. All for it. Listen, there are many, many, many people want to come to the United States. I don't see too many people want to leave the United States to go to these other countries. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, because this is still the greatest country on the planet. Regardless of all its faults and all of its errors and all of its mistakes. Right now, it's still the greatest country on the planet. That's why people are jamming the borders to get here. That's why they want to come over here. I tell you what, it's not a two-way street. You don't have people jamming the border to get to Mexico. Amen. You don't even have people jamming the border to come from Canada over here. Or go from here to over Canada, rather. And so, Well, why is all this debate? Because of self-preservation. Because when you open the borders freely, like some of these knotheads want to do, open the borders freely, you're allowing for any kind of terrorist to come in, anyone who has any kind of ill intent. The drug trafficking is wide open then. And if we're going to protect and shield and sustain this country, we've got to set up parameters. We've got to set up borders. Listen,